Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd make a quick video talking about some things that you might not really think of to pack for your cultural exchange program. Now this can apply to the DCP and the CRP as well, but this one is mostly focusing on the CEP as it is a shorter program, typically around 2 to 3 months. This year is shorter than it's been historically, so it's really only like 2 months long. So the first thing that you might not think of to pack, and this is something that I didn't really think of to pack either, is things that represent your country. So first of all, if you're Canadian like I am, you're going to definitely want to bring like some red and white clothing or some Canadian clothing, maybe a Canadian flag, some Canadian ears or a hat or headband, anything that you can wear on Canada Day. Canadians like to have a really big, super fun get together for Canada Day. We meet in the Canadian Pavilion at Epcot and we sing "O Canada" and everybody's all decked out in their red and white and it's super fun. You can take lots of pictures. So you want to make sure that you have Canada Day apparel to wear for that. But not just that. You also want to be able to have little things from Canada. So I would recommend going to like maybe the dollar store, picking up maybe some stickers or some keychains, just some little things that you might want to give to some of your friends that you meet from other countries while on the program. I didn't think of this one, and I wish I would have, because I had some friends from Thailand and other really cool countries who were able to give me these little cute gifts from their home country that I was able to remember them by. It's also a really cool souvenir because I have these memories of my friends from Thailand. So if you have those little things that you can give to your friends who are from different countries, then that's just like a little nice gesture you can do for them. On that same note, I did have friends obviously from all over the place. I did work with a lot of girls from Thailand, so that's where most of my friends ended up being from. I had a roommate from Indonesia, a roommate from Mexico. So I got to meet people from all over the world, which was really cool. And one thing that's really cool about the world is everybody has different money. And people really like Canadian money. I unfortunately didn't bring any Canadian money on the program with me because I was like, why will I need Canadian money while I'm in America? And that was kind of a mistake because my friends from Thailand were really interested in what Canadian money looked like, and I was only able to show them pictures on the internet. So I think it would have been really cool if I was able to show them some of my money, maybe gave them like a loonie or a quarter to keep as a souvenir or something like that. So even though you think you might not need Canadian money on your program, it's really cool to be able to show other people from other countries who may have never seen Canadian money before. Number 2, the next thing that I would highly recommend bringing is making sure that you have enough of any type of prescription that you have to last through the whole program. So whether that's like contacts and solution or some sort of medical prescription that you need to take daily, weekly, monthly, if it's allergy medication that you take rarely, but you never know if you're gonna have allergies up in Florida, I would definitely recommend making sure you have at least enough to get you to the end of your program, because you don't want to be trying to get it while over in America. It's just not going to be worth your time and energy and probably your money. Let's be honest. Number 3, on that same note of the money that I was talking about before, make sure you bring US money. So I did bring US money with me, but I didn't bring a lot because I don't really like cash. I would much rather just use my credit card or my debit card. And then once I arrived, obviously the pay card, because for international students, Disney does provide a pay card for us. But I didn't bring a lot of cash, and I lost my pay card, my debit card, and my credit card all in the first week of being there, which was not my smartest move. So my dad had to wire me money, so I was able to live for a little bit. They did end up finding my wallet, but I did have to apply for a new credit card, debit card, pay card, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to find it. And obviously those are things that you can't really live without. So bring money so you have a backup in case you're irresponsible like me. Number 4, So the fourth thing that I would recommend to bring is if you have magic bands from your previous trips, I would bring them along with you. Working for Disney doesn't provide you a magic band, and resort stays, they're no longer complimentary either. So even if you maybe have a resort stay before you start working there, you won't get a magic band unless you pay for one. Same thing goes when you're working there. If you want to go to the parks and buy a magic band or one of the resorts and buy one, you can always do that, but you won't be given one. So if you have some from your previous trips, I know I have tons, I would highly suggest packing one or two or maybe all of them if you're like me and want to coordinate them with all of your outfits. I would pack them so that you don't have to purchase them while down there because they are quite pricey. I mean, I'm sure you're going to find one or two cute ones that you just have to have. But other than that, there's no reason to waste your money on that. Number 5. So this is one that isn't super essential, but you might want to do. When I was on my program, myself and my roommates had brought little things to decorate our room with. My one roommate had printed off these little pictures of some of our favorite characters and stuff. They were really pretty prints that she, I think, purchased off of Etsy or something. And we hung those up on our walls. We also had little letters with each of our initials on them that we hung outside our door. I'm trying to think what else. I think we had some little canvases that I had brought as roommate gifts that had really cute Disney quotes on them that we had put in the living room. So just little things that you want to be able to decorate your room with if you want to bring pictures of your families and friends to hang up, or maybe some fairy lights, but nothing super big. Remember, you're not there for very long, but just something to make it feel like home and to make the space your own. So it doesn't have to be huge, but just something little so that you can personalize your space. Number 6. So this is not something that you should pack, but something that you should not pack. Definitely do not overpack. I did that. I packed 2 full checked bags and a carry-on bag and my personal item, and I flew down there with all of these bags full, like completely full of stuff. When I was coming home, I ended up having to actually ship stuff, like mail stuff to myself so that I could bring it all home because it did not all fit. So one way to avoid overpacking is to buy cheap sheets, blankets, towels, pillows, anything that will fit in your suitcase when you're packing. Bring them over with you, and then at the end of your program, just get rid of them, throw them out, donate them, do something with them. That'll free up all that space in your suitcase for the way back. I know for me, my mentality when I'm packing is like, I'll pack anything that fits. So if I don't put that stuff in there, I'm just going to keep packing other things like clothes and shoes and ears and things I don't necessarily need more of. But if that stuff's in there, it's taking up the space of extra clothing that I would have packed. And then that way on the way home, that's all empty space that you have to put all of your souvenirs and new clothes and new ears in. So that's definitely a tip for trying to minimize the overpacking. But I promise you, you do not need to pack too much. It's summer in Florida, so you really don't need pants, maybe one sweater, and you're not there for very long. So there's no need to pack your entire wardrobe, I assure you. Number 7. So this next tip is another overpacking tip. One of my biggest recommendations would be to not buy sunscreen or shampoo or conditioner, toothpaste, that kind of stuff, unless you can't get it in America. A lot of the things that I use in Canada, I can get in America. And honestly, there's some products that I prefer that I can only get in America. But those things are only, 1, going to take up room in your bag, and 2, there's a really good chance of them spilling, exploding, or making a mess in your bag. I mean, obviously you can pack them properly by putting them in Ziploc bags and stuff, but it's just not worth it when you can just pick them up when you're there. Now, why I say unless is if there's products that you know you can't get in America, or you don't think you do, or products that you really can't live without. So if there's a shampoo that you really don't want to risk not being able to get it once you get there, bring that with you, of course, but try to reduce the amount of toiletries you bring, because there's Targets, there's Walmarts, there's Walgreens, there is CVS, there's Publix, there's all sorts of stores very close by that you can definitely get these items from without having to pack them in your bag ahead of time. Because again, they're just messy products to pack, especially if you're flying. And number 8, this is my final tip and probably one of the most important tips I find for packing for your CEP. So what I did when I went on my CEP is I got this do-a-tang, or this folder, made a cute little cover for it. Honestly, it's pretty simple. And it had all my information in it. So I don't want to show you anything too important, So I have like all these plastic little page sleeves that I put all my information in and put it in this duotang. So I have absolutely anything Disney sent me, anything that was related to my visa, anything that was related to anything. Other things that I have in here are my DS 2019, my proof of student status form that I had to get signed, my CVIS information, my medical insurance information, not only the one that Disney made us get, but also my medical insurance that I have through my parents' insurances, my offer letter from Disney, any correspondence that I had. So I was entering the country a week before my program, and when you enter early, you actually have to email them to let them know. And so I have the proof of my email with them saying that it was okay for me to enter early. I have all my dorms information. I have my police check. I have, oh, this is very important. I have a photocopy version of my passport and my driver's license. I also have my arrival itinerary, and then anything else important that I got while I was there also made it in here. So once I got my US SIN number, that went in here as well, and any other important onboarding documents would also make it in there. If you want like a comprehensive list of everything, that I put in my handy dandy folder, let me know and I can definitely share that with you. But I would definitely recommend having it all in one place. That way it is very accessible and you know where everything is. So that is everything that I recommend bringing or not bringing on your program. Just some packing tips for your CEP. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you like this video and want to see more just like it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.